It's a little foggy. We got our first like half an inch of snow last night. So we're out looking for moose. Look at the size of that track.
This is a large grizzly track.
Welcome to Raised in Alaska. We started out in the dark this morning. We got our first half an inch of snow last night, and we're out looking for moose today. I've spotted something way up the valley. It might be a bush, it could be a moose. It was pretty dark, it's hard to say, so we're heading that way.
This is not the bull I was looking for. This is the guy I was hoping to find. He's a beast. Looking over his domain here.
Well, our gamble paid off. That is a huge bull moose. We'll stick with him for a little while and see what happens.
Moose people always say bulls look bigger walking away. This guy looks like he needs a wide load sign. Just a huge bull. He's got a couple little bulls with him. At first slide he had a cow with him, but she wandered off across the river. So we're in the post-rut phase, which means all the cows have been bred, or at least most of them, probably greater than 90%. The bulls no longer are really fighting with each other. They're basically working hard to put some feed on, a little bit of fat before winter sets in. It's not uncommon that a large bull will lose as much as 20% of their body weight during the rut. And so this is a really important time for them to hopefully put on as many calories as possible and get a little layer of fat before the real winter sets in. We got a little friendly sparring here. Looks like Dad's going to break it up though. You can see where the moose have traveled through and knocked the snow off the vegetation. These guys really can't help themselves. All these skills these guys are practicing here are going to be really important someday when they are defending their territory. Getting a little close there.
Oh, that means it's time for me to move. That's what he's telling me.
It's interesting how they'll lock antlers real slowly, and then they just work to throw the other bull off balance or to lock their antlers in a certain way so that they can manipulate the rest of their body.
The fog's been rolling in and out all morning. Pretty cool. It's almost mystical.
Beautiful country. This guy's just trying to put some distance in between me and him. I have a hard time not looking at antlers here, but just compare their body size. We're basically looking at an 8-year-old mature bull and probably a 2 or a 3-year-old bull. Probably 300 pounds difference. It's fascinating how gentle this big bull is being with this little guy. Nice spin move. And in all reality, this large bull could be the smaller bull's father. He's been the dominant breeding bull out here for about 2.5 years.
So was that sparring or mentoring? Super cool.
This is very common post-rut behavior. Bulls group up, and they do what bulls do.
So I've managed to get out in front of him, and he's feeding toward me, working an edge. I got lucky.
I think this bull on the ground is completely asleep. Look at that. Oh, darn it anyways. This little guy is just relentless. He reminds me of that large bull. When that large bull was this size, he would spar with any bull he could find to spar with. During the rut, when bulls were more aggressive, he stayed with bulls of equal size. And then later on, he would play with the large bulls and spar with them and practice. It certainly didn't have anything to do with his antler growth and his body size, but it certainly honed his fighting skills. And now he is the reigning king of the entire valley. I worked hard to get this angle here so that we'd see those small bulls sparring over his shoulder. And so all this may be overindulgence. But like I said, I worked hard to get this angle, so I had to share it.
Well, that bull is absolutely amazing. He didn't do a whole lot today, a little bit of sparring between some smaller wins, some lessons or sparring or mentoring between the monster bull and one of those small bulls. That was kind of cute. Thanks for coming along today. We'll see you on the trail.